Badges are more than just logos on a football shirt. They're symbols of community, history, and identity. Every football club has one, but some stand out more than others. So in this video, I'm counting down my top 10 football badges, where I'll be diving into their origins, the design details that make them work, and why they've stood the test of time. But of course, this is just my list, so I want to hear from you which badges and crests are your favourites. Drop your picks in the comments, and I'll do another video reacting to some of the best suggestions. So at number 10 is Boca Juniors, and their badge that's been a recognisable symbol since the 1930s, and it hasn't changed much since. At the heart of it are the initials of the club's full name, framed by a sea of stars, each one representing a championship in their history. The bold blue and gold colours make the badge instantly recognisable and link perfectly to the club's kit. Earlier versions even featured a gold band, directly mirrored in Boca's iconic shirt, tying the team's identity together beautifully. So from South America to the south of France, we move to a badge that's all about elegance rather than boldness. At 9, it's Olympique de Marseille's badge that revolves around the famous OM monogram, combining the O and the M in a way that's evolved a lot through the decades. What makes it so special is its elegance. It feels refined and sophisticated, rather than heavy and blocky like so many other football crests. Yet despite that delicacy, it still carries an authority and presence. But from the delicate to the dynamic, let's look at a badge that feels like it's almost moving, even though it's standing still. At number 8 is the instantly recognisable badge of Bayern Munich, built around that striking white and blue rhomboid pattern that dates back to the 1920s. The modern version really took shape in the 1960s, with the bold red and blue shades that define it today. And there's something dynamic about it. The diamond pattern creates movement in something that's static. And a lovely detail. The designers even tucked a subtle stylized umlaut in the open counter of the U, a small touch that really shows the care put into it. Next at 7 is Wolves, who have one of the most iconic and modern feeling badges in football, despite its origins in the 1970s. The design is so strong it now sits confidently inside a hexagon, often without any text at all, proof of just how effective the identity is. Paired with the club's famous gold and black colours, the design is finished off with one final detail that makes it leap off the shirt, those sharp white eyes staring straight at you. But while Wolves use an animal to symbolise their club, our next team use an actual historic figure at the centre of their crest. Chilean side Colo-Colo might just have the most unusual badge in all of world football. Rather than an animal or a symbol, the crest features the illustrated profile of Colo-Colo himself, the Mapuche leader who resisted Spanish colonisation in the 16th century. It's incredibly rare for a football club to put a historic figure front and centre like this, and combined with the red, white and blue of the Chilean flag, it creates a badge that feels deeply rooted in culture and identity. At number 5 is Hamburger SV, from the city of Hamburg, that also features their rival St. Pauli, who themselves have a rich visual and cultural heritage. But when it comes to badge design, it's HSV who takes the spotlight. Their strong geometric design has been in place since 1912 and is still instantly recognisable. The deep blue references the Elbe River and Hamburg's maritime history, while the overall feel of the badge has a nautical, almost naval quality. And just like Wolves, it doesn't need any type to make it work. Its shape alone carries the identity. So from geometry and sharp lines to something even more stripped back and daringly simple. Independiente Santa Fe's badge is the definition of restraint. While many crests get overloaded with detail, Santa Fe's design stands out for its simplicity, a plain shield dominated by white space with just a single red dot in the bottom corner. And it's polarizing. I'm sure some will say it's too plain, but for me that starkness makes it really striking. It feels fresh, modern and uncluttered in a world where football badges are often too busy. And speaking of simplicity, the next badge shows just how powerful typography alone can be. My number 3 is Borussia Dortmund, another masterclass in simplicity. Originally created in 1919, it's been gradually refined down to its essentials: bold type, framed inside a circle, and powered by that instantly recognisable yellow and black colour scheme. No frills, no fuss, just a badge that really jumps out from the crowd. It's one of the most iconic crests in football and is a perfect example of how less can often be more. And number 2 is Nottingham Forest, in my opinion, the best badge in English football. It was designed in 1974 by graphic designer David Lewis after a fan competition, and it hasn't needed much change since. The design draws on the city's famous Sherwood Forest with a stylized tree, which flows seamlessly into waves representing the River Trent. It could easily have turned out gimmicky, but instead it's iconic. Even the quirky typography underneath, with that distinctive lowercase e, balanced by the swoop of the R, that really adds charm. It's strong, original, and timeless. And at number 1, I've gone with Inter Milan. Now, I know some of you actually prefer AC Milan's badge, and to be fair, it's also a classic, but for me, Inter's is the clear winner. It was designed at the club's founding in 1908 by Giorgio Mugiani, a painter, designer, and futurist who created the overlapping letters FCIM enclosed within concentric circles. Over the decades, the badge has been refined but never lost its essence, whether you prefer the current black and blue version or earlier designs that featured touches of gold. The core idea of intertwined letter forms makes it one of the most distinctive and elegant crests in football. So that's my top 10 favourite badges, but don't forget to comment with your suggestions. There's so many amazing club badges out there, so I'd really love to hear from you. Thanks for watching Pixel Football, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel.